What is up, Loudmouth Entertainment, Loudmouth Sports Talk? It's your boy, Loudmouth Luch, back again with another episode of Off the Top Rope. Again, we got Sean here with us, and we're going to have some special guests throughout the whole night. So, last night was crazy. We're not going over it. That'll be for the Thursday show. But I'm just going to say one thing. Bianca Belair deserved it. It was a hell of a match. That whip was crazy. And I think even though she lost, she was very happy to pass it to Bianca and not to just somebody else.
Yes.
I think it helped.
That whip was nasty.
Oh, yeah.
You see the market left on her, right?
Take the edge off of the loss, the 0-6. Knowing she was giving it to another African-American woman, knowing that she's going to take the stance and she's going to dominate. Because, I mean, let's be honest, it's Bianca Belair. Okay? She's going to dominate.
She's the EST of WWE.
We're going to get into the predictions for night 2. Probably the best night, in my opinion, is going to happen. Let's start off with something that, popped up from yesterday. Jax Baszler versus Natalya and Tamina. Sean, who do you think?
Natty and Tamina are your new women's tag team champions. You saw it last night. You saw the dominance. I'm telling you right now, they're going to carry it into Baszler and Nia Jax. Nia is going to find out. You are going to find out the real true Samoan woman of the Samoan woman family, and that is Tamina.
We're going to have to see. I'm still going to take Jax and Baszler because Baszler's a beast and Jax hurts people. So, perfect couple. So, I want them to win just because I kind of like the little stupid shit that they do with Reginald. And I'm a fan of the stupid shit. I am. Like yesterday's the hip hop entrance.
Oh,
I was a fan of it. I know a lot of people hated it. I thought it was hilarious. But
so funny.
I think that Jax and Baszler are going to retain. For the simple fact is, it's Jax and Baszler. They've been on a run, and I think it's not going to stop now. But, I mean, if you are going to give it to anybody, I would give it to Natalya and Tamina. Two women who have been in a company for, years. Really no recognition. Natalya had a little bit here.
She had a little bit of a diva
run here.
Divas title run. Divas title run. That's about it.
She had runs, but she's never had a run that made me go like, holy shit. Natalya is fucking shit up. I'm sorry.
This run now this is probably her best run right now.
I mean, you have the best, one of the best female wrestlers in Natalya. Tamina, to me, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are going to hate me saying this. Tamina's not the best in the ring. She's not the best. She's very rough around the edges. And I do think it's on the count of her being a big woman, a tall woman. I think it's harder for her to be able to do the things that she does.
Tamina is part of a legacy. A legacy. You realize that? She comes from a legacy.
She's not. She's from a legacy. He's boring on a promo.
And is Tamina stiff in the ring? Yes. But was her father stiff in the ring? Yes. And her father was one of the greatest superstars out there.
He was, but he knew how to be stiff. There's some people that know how to be stiff and don't know how to be stiff.
I think Tamina knows how to be stiff.
You could be stiff and still be a worker. There's some out there. Snook is one. Tamina, to me, like I said, just pushes it a little too far sometimes for me. And that's me.
Tamina is the dominant Samoan of the Samoan family.
All right. Well, whoever is watching, just so everybody knows and remembers, if you guys comment and or come on the show, give us your predictions, and you predict the most right, you will get a free loudmouth sports free loudmouth entertainment shirt when they drop from your boy Loudmouth Luch. So whoever is watching, drop who you think will win. It doesn't have to be all in one. It could be throughout the show as we go. But drop them and let us know, because you can win a free t-shirt on your boy Loudmouth Luch. So Jackson Baszler versus Natalia and Tamina. You're taking Natalia and Tamina. I'm taking Jackson Baszler. And everybody else, comment who you think will win. Now we go on to KO versus Sami Zayn. My bad, guys. I ain't even noticed. I'm not even set up yet. Lights ain't even on. Jeez, I'm slacking today, guys. Jeez. Then we're going to go on to KO versus Sami Zayn. I'm taking KO all the way. KO all the way. These two are going to tear the house down. These two are going to be the ones who go off the pirate ship. These two. They're going to tear the house down. Anytime we see Sami Zayn KO, it's been phenomenal. In ROH, in the Indies. No matter where you see them, they tear it down. So it's just going to happen again. This time on the grandest stage of them all.
I am going to have to go with Sami Zayn. And here's my reason why. This conspiracy storyline that he's working is amazing. And I think he's going to get his WrestleMania moment. And Kevin Owens is going to be the one to give it to him. I believe Logan Paul's going to get involved somehow. That will cost Sam. I mean, do I want that to happen? No, but will Logan Paul get involved somehow and cost Kevin Owens a match? I could see that happening. But I can also see a double cross where Logan Paul costs Sami Zayn the match. But it's possible. But here's my thing. Here's my prediction. I'm going to predict Sami Zayn gets his WrestleMania moment, and puts all the doubters in it, and is going to show that there is conspiracy against Sami Zayn in the WWE.
Well, again, we will see what happens. I'm saying KO. So then we go on to Big E versus Apollo for the IC Championship in a drum match.
I don't know why you can't just have a regular
drum match. It's a no DQ match. Okay, it's a no DQ falls count anywhere match, I believe. That's what I believe it is.
I believe
it's
that's
where
what it
you
is.
beat your opponent to where you're beating them so bad it sounds like a drum. From what Apollo said, this is the rules of the match. You have to beat them until it sounds like a drum. What the fuck that means, I have no clue. But because it's Apollo's match, I'm taking Apollo. And the brand new gimmick, I do think Vince is liking this. Why? I don't know. I would have liked it if you'd have taken him off television for at least a month. Please, before you just redo fucking anything.
Repackage?
When you're going to redo a whole superstar, not just change their gear, their theme music, their finishing move, you changed him completely. He was on week one day, Apollo Crews, normal Apollo Crews, American. The next week, he was speaking in an accent and was a king. So, but because of that, I feel like he's going to win.
Here's I think what I'd like to see Big E win. I believe Big E. I would love to see Big E win. He's in his hometown of Tampa, Raymond James Stadium. His
he's getting performed live by Wale too.
Yeah,
his entrance is going to be performed live.
Wale is going to be performing, which is pretty cool. And I think it's set up for a Big E win at home. It's in his hometown. It's family, friends are going to be there. Wale is going to be there. All that big hype. His vignette promo last night on WrestleMania was amazing. I think tonight's going to be amazing. And even though, like, does Apollo deserve a championship run with the Intercontinental Championship?
Yes.
Sure, he does. He does.
He's very
Is
athletic.
it very athletic? Is it now that he deserves it with the whole gimmick change?
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't see a Nigerian king, as he calls himself, be Intercontinental Champion. The whole gimmick of him Intercontinental Champion just doesn't wrap around my mind that well. Big E is the Intercontinental Champion, and the way Big E is, and his gimmick is perfect as Intercontinental Champion. He fights it. He fights. He keeps it alive. He keeps that Intercontinental Championship to where it's supposed to, how it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
prestige. And I think if it went to him, it would go back to being drugged through the mud again.
The IC title, yes, has always been it's kind of like US IC, heavyweight. You get the US, you do good with that, you move on to the IC. You do good with the IC, maybe you get the big title shot. But that's a maybe.
You got to run for it. Yeah, maybe.
That's a maybe. So you have to look at it from all points. I do think Biggie had a good run. I think people responded well to Biggie. Now, what I think is he might, depending on who wins the championship match, might get a title shot if he loses.
Okay. All right. I mean, if we're going to go there, yeah, then obviously Apollo is going to take the win tonight. But, I mean, Biggie getting a title shot and getting in the title picture, I wouldn't mind seeing that, but it has to be against Roman. It can't be against Edge. It can't be against Daniel Bryan.
It could be against DB, not Edge.
How can it be against? I just can't see it against DB.
Why?
It's just the size difference. It won't make sense. It'd be like a Batista and Rey Mysterio thing.
Wasn't terrible.
That was terrible.
Wasn't terrible, Sean. But that's no. Rhea versus Asuka. Now this is the match I want to see. This is the match I want to see because I want to see my girl get the fucking title on the grandest stage of them all. I want to see her get it.
And she's deserving of it, of the grandest stage of them all. I'm going to take Rhea Ripley in this one. I believe that she will beat Asuka. There's only a few superstars, a few women wrestlers that can beat Asuka. Well, there's only two, and I believe Charlotte Flair is one, and Rhea Ripley is another that can beat Asuka straight up in a wrestling match.
I mean, Rhea Ripley.
Did Carmella beat Asuka? Yeah, but that was like BS beating her.
But Rhea, she deserves this because she actually loves what she does. Yes. She loves the business. And you could tell last night, she kind of got that Mania moment. Kind of.
I mean, she teared up. She's teared up during the speech.
So during Vince's speech, which was phenomenal, it was short but sweet and to the point. She was tearing up because she was looking around. And if you notice, a lot of superstars were kind of, very emotional.
Honestly, there wasn't a dry eye in that from the superstars.
Because to hear the fans chanting, to hear and see fans in the stands
after a year and so many months,
that's what they live for. I mean, they live for pops. Let's be honest. A pop is like a drug to them because they chase the next one.
They're a junkie for the adrenaline.
So when they see a bunch of fans, they're like, okay, we're going to get them to cheer. We're going to get them to boo. We're going to get them to do whatever we want them to do. But we're going to make it happen. Now, obviously in Pittsburgh right now, it is a little cloudy, a little rainy. Don't know what it's like down there.
It is.
Will
They
there be
said
a delay?
they said expect more rain again tonight.
So
that there might be a delay.
another delay means for another set of great promos.
Oh,
Like I said, I don't want to get too much into last night, but when they can when a superstar is told, listen, you know who you're fighting, you know the storyline, go out there and make the fans want to see this match or make them hate you more before the match or whatever the case may be. They did it. They did it. Each and every single person.
Seth Rollins did was probably the perfect example of it. Mike, Kevin, Mike.
And what was he calling Cesaro?
Cesaro.
Cesaro. It was hilarious.
Cesaro.
So when you can just have those off the top of the head promos, they come out a lot better. They do.
And you know what? Drew McIntyre's promo on Bobby Lashley, that wasn't too bad off the top. Okay. It was all right. It was probably one of his better ones.
I mean, yeah. So let's hope for some more rain delay and better promos. Then we go into, we'll save that one for last. Riddle versus Sheamus for the U.S. title. I was up in the air at first, I didn't know which one to go with.
I'm taking Sheamus.
See, I thought, but then I was like, listen, I really do think Vince loves the whole stupid pothead gimmick that they have, because each week the pot references get more and more.
Yes.
There's them little sly, I like to go skydiving because I like to get high. I like to do this. I like to do everything that, it's real sticky. I got to grind it up. And Vince, I don't know whether he's making fun of Matt Riddle or he likes Matt Riddle, but either way, I'm loving it because they're taking who he is and making it a gimmick. So to me, that is so perfect because it's who he is. He doesn't have to act. He doesn't have to be a gimmick. He's just being Matt Riddle. If there was more of that, I think wrestling would be so much more better in WWE. There needs to be more, it's just not so cookie cutter anymore. I don't want to see cookie cutter wrestlers. And that's what NXT does. If you come from the Performance Center, you're a cookie cutter wrestler, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. Here's my thing. I'm taking Sheamus. Sheamus is going to be sporting his. He's going to be going back to nostalgia a little bit with his old. They're saying that he's shaving and doing back to the mohawk that. He's going to go back to his mohawk, the original mohawk that he had when he first came back. Apparently, he's going to have a new hairdo for WrestleMania. He's going to more aggressive. The old Sheamus is going to come back. And that's who I liked when
I thought we had the
Sheamus first came into. I'm talking like the first Sheamus when he first entered the WWE and won the WWE Championship.
Yeah, like the spiked hair.
Spiked hair, yeah. So
like the super
I'm going with
him now.
I'm going with Sheamus in this match. I think Sheamus dominates Matt Riddle.
Dominates. Listen, Matt Riddle was a cage fighter, Sean.
I believe
not dominating that man. He's not going to dominate.
Sheamus is going to throw him around a little bit.
But before we get into the main,
why you should wear boots to the ring.
Well, he's going to show him. Before we get into the crazy, the main event, before the other people come on, and then we ask them the same question. All right, this one is hard for me. Fiend versus Randy. Okay, this one's hard for me. Oh shit, my bad, y'all. This one is real hard for me because I'm a fan of Randy, but what the Fiend and Alexa are doing is fucking phenomenal.
You have to give the win to the Fiend. The Fiend has to win this WrestleMania.
I mean,
He
I
has
agree.
to win. He has to win.
He won't, but I agree.
I think he will. I think the Legend Killer dies at WrestleMania.
But here's the thing: does the Legend Killer die? Because yes, is he facing a legend? No. I'm sorry. At this moment, the Fiend is not a legend.
No.
And at this moment, I hate to say it, you might not never be able to consider the Fiend a legend because of the way that they have him being worked. Bray Wyatt could go down as a legend. The Fiend won't.
Here's my thing. Randy Orton is starting to calm down more. You know what I mean? Like he's older now. He's getting a little bit. It's not. I don't think he's going to be the Randy Orton that we all think he's going to be in the next, in the near future. Do I love his?
He's going to be less boring.
Less boring. Less boring, maybe.
I doubt that.
But I think the Legend Killer. I think that gimmick dies at WrestleMania tonight with the Fiend beating him. Sure. I think it comes to a point where is it not like a Firefly Funhouse match, but it comes to a point where he brings all of his fears to him. You have to.
It has to end at Mania, Sean. It's been dragging for how long now?
Yes, and that's how I say it. Is that it starts in the back. The fight starts in the back and ends in the ring.
But it's not. It's just a match. There's no stipulation. There's none. It's a match. It's a straight up match. That's the thing I don't. When you have
cards are subject to change.
Cards are subject to change. That doesn't happen too rarely with Vince McMahon. So I don't see them like the day of going, you know what? This should have been a Firefly Funhouse match. We have to throw one together. You can't throw together a Firefly
I'm not saying throw it together. I'm saying that this was in the works. That it's going to start. The fight is going to start in the back in the locker room. It's going to start there, and it's going to end in the ring.
We'll see. I don't think, but I'm taking the Fiend just because I'm a fan of him, and he needs to.
I'm gonna take the Fiend as well.
So now we go into the big match, the big match. DB versus Edge versus the champion, the head of the table, Roman fucking Reigns.
Hold on, if you're gonna say it right, it is the Universal Champion, the head of the table.
That title is going to be gone after tonight.
And your Tribal Chief.
That title is going to be gone after tonight. If Edge wins, he's going to bring back the big gold. If Daniel Bryan wins, they'll keep that still ugly ass title, unless he goes back to being. Because right now I feel like he's heel, but I don't know.
He is heel.
So could we get the Ego title back? I would love it. I love that fucking belt.
Here's my prediction. And still, Universal Champion, your Tribal Chief.
Probably because Jimmy's coming back tonight.
And your Tribal Chief, your Tribal Chief.
And my Tribal Chief.
And the head of the table. And
you're going to. My Tribal Chief will be back next year.
You'll
the next Mania.
You'll acknowledge him. Acknowledge him as the Tribal Chief.
So,
Roman Reigns.
I'm taking. It's 50-50. I don't know. It's either DB or Edge. I just don't see Roman retaining from a triple threat.
He's going to do what he's been doing all year, and that's show up, wreck everyone, and win.
Well, speaking of Tribal Chiefs, he brought up, and it made me think of The Rock. Now, listen, next year is in Houston. Okay, Houston, Texas. Obviously, I think Stone Cold's going to host it.
Yeah.
It's in Texas. Now, who do you think will be inducted? See, I'm taking the big man, the dead man himself, Undertaker, considering that is his home state.
I will say the Undertaker will go next year into the Hall of Fame.
Second, this is going to be a stretch, and a lot of people might go, Luch, it ain't happening. But Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
He's already in the Hall of Fame.
No, his dad's in the Hall of Fame.
Is his dad in the Hall of Fame? Okay.
Rocky Johnson's in the Hall of Fame. He's not in the Hall of Fame.
He's not. I can see. Here's what I see: The Rock going in when they go back to LA.
It would make more sense because of the whole Hollywood. Technically, that's how he became the star of today. Because, I mean, he was a star in WWE, but when he left and came back, it just like elevated.
Yeah. So I believe when they go back to LA for WrestleMania, that's when he'll get the induction to the Hall of Fame. And maybe Triple H individually goes into the Hall of Fame.
I feel like Triple H is going to be like Vince. He's going to want to be recognized after. Like for a single individual. He's going to want to be recognized like either later on when he's like Vince's age, like 60s, 70s, or when he's passed. Because I feel like Vince will not want to be inducted until until he's gone. So I don't care what anyone says. When he passes, that year should be dedicated to that man alone.
All year.
He changed wrestling.
Yes.
Whether you think it's for good, for bad, for this, for that, he changed it. So
that whole week of wrestling with WWE should just be dedicated on Vince's life. I'm sorry. That simple as that. There should be no wrestling. Unless you do have wrestling, because Vince has always said the show must go on.
I mean, shit. Vince fucking, I don't want to say Vince killed somebody, but yeah. A dead body was there and the show went on. So that show would happen regardless because Vince is a mother. Let's not all forget that. Let's not all forget what happened that night.
Yeah.
The show goes on because that's what he would have wanted.
That's what Owen would have wanted. Yes.
I doubt that. I think if the shoe was on the other foot and that would have happened to Brett, Owen would have been like, what the fuck? Shut the shit down because
if that would have happened to Brett, there would have been no show.
I don't think so. He'd have continued, brother.
He wouldn't have continued.
But here's the thing. Him canceling that would have only made him refund people, tickets, everything. Vince hates doing that. The week Sean making another appearance. Sean, I can send you an invite, brother. You can hop on right now. Give us your predictions. I'll do it. I'll send it right now. Give me the word. I'll send the link right now.
The week, Sean. That's all right. I'm weak. All right, whatever.
You want on, Sean? I'll send it to you. Actually, I'm just gonna send it.
Come on, Sean. Let us see your real wrestling knowledge if you really actually have wrestling knowledge.
You have, bro.
Oh, perfect. Great. Come on. I would love to hear your predictions because apparently I'm weak, but I don't think you know shit about wrestling.
Let's do it. Let's get the loudmouth community on here with us. Just send it, brother. Hop on whenever.
I don't think this Sean Christopher moment, this is going to be his only moment, is when he comes on with me.
Oh, God.
Well, he wants to talk shit already. Come on now.
Oh, God.
This is your moment, Sean moment.
Hey, Devin. Where are you at, bud?
Yeah, Devin Owens, where you at, brother?
Where you at? Big Court Dog, where you at? All right. But until Sean does come on, I just want to fill up the dead air and just be like, tonight is actually, I feel like, going to be the best night for WrestleMania, these two, but also this
Your prediction,
the best.
Your prediction, what is going to be the best match of the night? I know the best match of night one. What's going to be the best match of the night for night two?
See, for me, it's a toss up between Rhea and Asuka, and I know KO and Sammy going to tear the house down. I know it because they've done it so many times. So many times. Their ROH matches are phenomenal.
They're phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Think what they could do on the grandest stage of them all, the biggest stage. It's going to be phenomenal. And I don't have it written down, but no, night one was Rollins and Cesaro.
Absolutely. Night
all
one
them
was Rollins,
from the reverses to the, oh my God, Sean, get on the show and let's talk about it.
Hey, he doesn't want to get on. But
night one match, I do agree with this
Rollins Cesaro was the reversals, the false finishes were perfect. Everything was perfect on that match.
But I'm saying
this night, I'm going to say Sammy and KO is going to be the match of the night. Hands down.
Well, night one for me, I'm sorry, is also a tie between them and Bianca and Sasha just because of the moment. Because of the moment.
Okay, because of the moment, because it became a main event. It was a main event.
Such a big getting the computer up. All right, brother. But because of the moment, it's not only two females in the main event, it was two African American females in the main event. That you're not making, like JBL said, don't look at it like you're making African American history or you're making women's. You're making history.
Period. Yes.
And that's what they did. And they tore the house down. And if you think otherwise, that's ridiculous.
No, they tore the house down. They tore the house down.
That whip at the end, you couldn't pay me to get whipped.
No.
That shit. Did you see the slash? The photo afterwards?
Oh, yeah.
That weave hurts. Weave hurts. That shit left the whole
it left a whole mark.
You saw her where the braids were and everything.
You're not no. You can't pay me enough to whip me with a weave. I'm good. But I have to say the match of the night though was Rollins and Cesaro over the women's match. Just for the simple fact it's Rollins and Cesaro. Two great technical wrestlers going at it. Two young guys going at it. And also Cesaro getting his moment at WrestleMania as a singles competitor.
Which is great.
Are we going? And I hope to see a push for him.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on the stage? I loved it.
I love the stage. I think the stage is awesome.
Pirate ship. One thing I would have done is obviously between matches, I would have tried to kept that entrance dry. Simple reason. Some people run.
Yeah.
Some people run to the ring. What's her name? Busted her shit.
Liv Morgan fell.
Was it?
Liv. Was it Liv Morgan or was it Dana Brooke?
What's her name? It's her partner. Dana. What's her name?
Mandy Rose. Mandy
busted her ass. There's been a couple nip slips. So yeah. But there's
the wardrobe on Lana in the beginning.
It was Lana in the beginning. Dana Brooks. I could have swore Carmella had a tit slip at one point. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Bianca and Sasha were pretty covered up, so
yeah.
Nothing slipped out. But Sasha's gear was hella dope.
Oh,
Hella dope.
listen, you want to talk about great gear? The New Day.
Amazing.
Oh,
Amazing. And Cesaro's gear was great.
Oh,
and
yes.
Rollins.
Yes.
I mean, honestly,
Uh-oh.
Sean, what's up,
Yeah,
brother?
Sean moment. This is your moment.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna make you look good.
All right, so what are your predictions for Mania, brother?
Well, I honestly believe that Sammy's gonna get the best of Kevin Owens. Hate to say it, but that's how it is.
The conspiracy theory.
Not only that, but I think the last couple matches they went head to head, Kevin Owens got the best of them. So it's Sammy's turn. It's just gonna be that way.
What about Riddle versus Sheamus?
See, I'm not a Riddle fan, so I'm a big Sheamus regardless. Even if I really don't think Sheamus is gonna win, I can't stand Riddle. So hey, it is what it is.
So Fiend versus Randy.
I don't really think that match is going to have a winner. If I can take that route, I don't think that match is going to have a winner.
Okay.
All right. Maybe like a drag down the hell type of thing. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking it's going to go like when Kane drug Undertaker under the mat, and then it really was no finish. It was just okay. What's going to happen next?
Okay.
But if you push me into a corner, I'm gonna pick the Fiend.
All right. Yeah.
The Fiend gets his retribution.
Yes.
Yeah. So Rhea versus Asuka.
Rhea Ripley all day.
Oh, let's go.
Rhea Ripley all day.
Oh, that's you already know. Big E versus Apollo.
Man, I think it's gonna be time to get Big E introduced to the Steel. Give me Apollo Crews.
Let's go. All day. What do you think about the gimmick?
I like the gimmick just because it's going to be fresh. It's not going to be something that we've seen before.
True.
However, I'm unsure if they're going to be able to pull it off well.
Yeah, I just think I kind of like the gimmick. I just hate how they just threw it at us.
Yeah, it's one of those to where like you had to go look it up. Like, what the hell? Okay, and then you get the background on it. Then it's like, okay, that might work. I don't know. I don't know if Big E's going to be able to hang though.
We'll see.
I think his adrenaline is going to be pumping too much from being in Florida and being in his neck of the woods and probably having people there that the adrenaline is just going to tire him out within like the first 2 or 3 minutes, and then it's going to be Apollo Crews carrying him the rest of the match.
I'm okay with that. And then you said Sammy for KO versus Sammy.
Oh, man, that's Sammy all day. So hey, look, but you see the other side is quiet like he's supposed to be, all right?
Hey, I'm letting you speak. I'm giving you your moment. I'm giving you your moment. Because of me, you're a star now, so I'm giving you your moment. So
man, I make you relevant.
So Jackson Baszler versus Natalia and Tamina.
Honestly, the fan in me is gonna make me pick Natalia and Tamina. Just because, like I said last night, I think that was the first time, because Tamina's been in a couple of WrestleManias, but it's the first time she ever got a win and actually looked like she was supposed to win it. Mm-hmm. Versus, we just give it to them, make it look good for tomorrow. And I think it's about time for Shayna Baszler, in my opinion, to get off the tag team thing and let's see her win a singles title.
I agree.
Because I can see in the end, this is why I think Rhea is going to win, because I can see Rhea and Shayna go at it.
Woo!
That'd be good.
They did like they did in NXT.
Exactly like they did in NXT.
I'd take it. On the main stage, I'd take it.
I'll pay that.
It would have to be for a big pay-per-view, though.
Yeah, but they got to make up to it. And I'm thinking if they do it, if they split the team up, they get Baszler and Rhea for SummerSlam.
Oh, I'll take that.
I'm down for it all day. Then we have obviously the main event. Probably that's going to be the main event. DB versus Roman versus Edge. Your pick?
Now I know a lot of people are saying DB is in there just to take the loss, so either other ones are going to come out looking good because they didn't take the loss. However, I think freaking Roman Reigns is going to pin Edge. Calling it. Roman Reigns pins Edge, and Daniel Bryan is nowhere in the ring in order to be any part of the outcome.
I think that would be best for Bryan's sake. Because if you have him lose, I mean, he is a part-timer, and he does always talk about giving back. But he's a phenomenal wrestler. We all know that. He knows what he's doing in the ring.
And I would rather see, from what I've seen on TV, I'd rather see Daniel Bryan and Edge feud more and keep it going up until the next pay-per-view versus Roman and Daniel Bryan or Roman and Edge. That's just me.
I'll take that.
I mean, DB versus Edge. At least you have two good wrestlers.
Yeah.
Roman, yes, he's getting better. I will give it to him. He's definitely improved since his break that he took.
I would give you this when it comes to Roman Roman Reigns. I would think that back in the day when Triple H, they would say only work with a handful of people until he got good. I think Roman Reigns is on that same wavelength.
And I think it would be smart for him because I think that was holding him back a lot. That and the promos. The fact that he can't cut a promo is terrible.
But I mean, they put him with the greatest guy to cut a promo with, Paul Heyman. I mean, if he can't cut a promo for you, you don't need to be in the wrestling business.
I think the best promo that Roman had was this past Friday on SmackDown. That was probably the best promo that he spoke. Was this past Friday on SmackDown.
And honestly, I think the Uso brothers cut better promos than Reigns.
Oh, absolutely.
But look who their father is.
Yeah.
Rikishi was good on the mic. And good in the ring, but better on the mic.
Good heavyweight in the ring.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, it's Sean and Sean on you guys gonna go a little at each other? I mean, you guys have been going back and forth.
He doesn't want that.
He's shocked that I came on. He was talking all that mess while I wasn't
shocked.
On.
I'm
now
not
he's
shocked.
Quiet.
You just want to.
He's over there trying to use my name, but when I get on the mic, there's nothing to say. He was quiet until you said something, right? Over there in the top right hand corner.
I was giving you your moment.
He is.
I was giving you your moment. I was letting you, taste what it's like to be a star.
You didn't give me my moment. I just took it from you. There's a difference. You didn't allow me to do anything. I hopped on and I just took it from you. And, they asked me to be a replacement for you, but I'm like, I can't do that to you. I couldn't do that to you, even though you spelled Sean the wrong way. And you want to talk about wrestling knowledge, let the record show. If you roll the tapes back, when you did your wrestling trivia, I was giving answers, typing them in faster than Sean was giving them on live TV.
Oh.
Go back and look at the tapes.
Oh, he's saying go review.
Go look at the tape.
Review.
And I got more right answers than both of you all.
If that's the case,
and the other guy.
If that's the case, then we'll have our own little trivia game show. I'm sure Luch has no problem with it. Me versus you. If you're down for it, go. You want some of this? You more than welcome to have some.
Hey, let the record. I didn't take the break. You took the break. I think you took the break in order to get your facts and all your information straight, so you could come see me.
You need to learn who Io was. Io. Who's Io?
I don't know who that is. What are you talking about? You don't know who that is.
Sean.
You know now, though, right?
For the people who don't know,
even when she lost, you know now, right?
When we did our wrestling draft, Sean
I had a brain fart. I had a brain fart. I had a brain fart. Everybody has a brain fart in their life.
Io Shirai. And I said, actually, I looked back over the sheet and I said, you know what? Nobody did. That's a damn, she slipped through. So I picked her. And Sean goes, the other Sean
Just say Evans.
goes, Sean
You can't be called
Evans.
Sean no more. Just say Evans.
Sean Evans goes, oh, who's Io? Io, who's that? And
I said, who's Io? Because I had a brain fart.
Io. Sorry, yeah, Io. Who's Io? I-O. And he put a pause between it. I-O. And I had to stop what I was saying mid-sentence and was just like, huh? What?
Brain fart. Everybody has them. The great minds like mine have brain farts. I'm
You're
sorry.
right, because they used to say great minds think alike, but no. In your case, they have brain farts, multiple brain farts, like they just full of gas and hot air.
Mm-hmm. I'll let you keep talking. I'll let you get it in.
Look, I don't understand why Mr. Brown didn't get you ready for this. He knows how I am. He should have got you ready before you ever put me on screen with you. He's probably watching right now. Like,
I'm about to send him a link.
He's probably watching right now. Look, you shouldn't have messed with him. He's not Kevin Hart, but he got jokes just like him.
Let's see if
hey, you think you a rating boost? Get me on about 3 weeks. I'll give you a ratings boost. I'll make it so you don't have to ask for subscribers and you in a YouTube channel when you go ahead and throw it up.
Please. God.
Sean, you're not saying nothing back.
Like, you're the only person. Why is it that you're the only person on here with headphones on? Like,
easier for me to hear. Easier for me to hear.
Oh, come on, man. You can't be deaf. You're only like 30 years old. Easy for you to hear?
He's like,
look, wait a minute.
Close to 40, thank you.
You're still young. You're not low budget over there, are you?
Low budget. Oh,
yeah, low budget. You talking about you can't hear. I mean, I'm on a weak computer and I can hear just fine.
He said a
weak computer. Like, my computer is probably older than my youngest child right now, and I can still hear just fine. I don't understand it. I mean, I already know you're a gamer, so you probably got your gaming computer in there. Come on, man. You have your gaming computer, but just throw a little money to the other side so you can upgrade your system and you can get on here not looking like a, nerd, being politically correct. So just with your headset on, man, you gotta be more professional. Like, you act like you're doing something else besides doing the talk show. Mm-hmm. See, hey, Luch, I told you he wasn't ready. I told you he wasn't ready for me.
Sean, you're not saying nothing, bro.
Let him talk. I'm letting him talk.
Sean is acting like he's cutting a promo right now when Amos hopped in the ring. He's like,
bro, look, see, you got to say something.
Sometimes you don't have to say anything at all.
Oh, man.
Okay, I won't say anything. I'll just let the essence of me wash over you.
You're funny. You're a funny guy.
You did say that Rollins and Cesaro was your favorite match of night one.
Yes, it was.
So what would you say the second one to you would be? Like your top 3 of last night.
I'd go Banks, Belair, and then Lashley, McIntyre. And only because the other matches were snooze fest to me, in my opinion. But the Lashley and McIntyre match was basically what we saw in Impact or TNA, whichever one you want to call it, wrestling when they got together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like it was the same match script that they used in Impact for WWE. It just seemed like I was watching the same match.
Oh, I mean, they probably definitely had chemistry, and they were like, listen, it worked last time. Let's work it a little bit the same, and we'll put a little different stuff. I enjoyed their match, not as much as I thought I would. I really don't know why they opened with that. I think they opened it and it brought fans to a high, and then the rest of the matches kind of like just bounced up and down.
But I think they use that match in order to pique the crowd's interest more because it's kind of hard for you to have a delay the length that they did, and then come in with what was supposed to be the first match, the tag team turmoil match.
Tag team turmoil was supposed to be the first match.
Yeah. Now, can you see sitting there in a delay and having that match started off with as many miscues?
I'd walk off. I'd walk into the concession stand. I'd go do something else.
I mean,
I wouldn't
if
go
anything,
into that match.
you open with Cesaro and Seth.
And that's what I thought they would open with the delay. I thought they might have opened with that match first and then save Lashley and McIntyre.
They should have.
You know, like save Lashley and McIntyre to keep the crowd in an uproar and then have the Banks Belair match.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But
so what was your opinion on the whole Miz entrance? Miz and Morrison.
Well, I think you saw it. I'm not sure everybody else. I'm like, they're lip singing. However, the mics are on, so you can still hear their voices.
You can hear their voices singing it
because it was like Morrison don't even know the words to the song because he was behind. I'm like, oh my gosh. And it seemed like Miz was trying to carry him through the song, but it wasn't.
He only hit like certain words.
Yeah, I'm so like, did Morrison not know the song? I don't think he knows the song. Miz seemed like he knows the song. You know, he was all into it. Morrison was like, I just want to wrestle. You know, the hell with this gimmick stuff. But then to have the mics on really just messed me up.
Oh yeah. But Bad Bunny did impress. He did show up.
I was thinking last night, like, you know, I thought Pat McAfee did a good job when he came out and fought the Undisputed Era, but then it was like, man, Bad Bunny brought it, you know. And I figured, you know, they made it into a tag team so Bad Bunny could just sit on outside the ropes and then at the last minute get the pin.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, you know, David Priest is gonna take all the bumps and everything. Bad Bunny's just gonna. David Priest is gonna do his finisher, tag Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's gonna get in and get the 1, 2, 3, and there you go. But then, you know, you saw him taking most of the beat now, and then to hit the Canadian Destroyer on the outside. It's like Joker was in training.
Oh yeah,
he was doing some training.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, is he's just not somebody that Vince, you know, reached out to like, hey, yo, let's make this money together. He did reach out to him and say like, hey, let's do this, but Bad Bunny's a fan.
Yeah, and I was hoping it wasn't going to go the route of Ronda Rousey.
Yeah,
I'm like, but then when he hit the Canadian Destroyer, I was like, yeah, okay.
Before he even hit that, I was like, wow, like he took a beating. I mean, he really punched Miz again.
Yeah,
he did.
I think that's the other reason why he didn't have too much in-ring stuff with the Miz, because I think he
the Miz was going to give him some receipts.
I'll tell you that. Right
it was like if you haven't seen Creed 2, it was there was the boxing scene. Old boy did all the stunts, and he did an interview afterwards. He said, "Yeah, old boy hit me with 80% and knocked me on the ground, and it felt like he hit me at 100%." Bad Bunny looked like he hit Miz with 100% force, like he was some dude on the street.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, RJ?
What's up?
Oh, hey,
man. So we're going over WrestleMania. What are your predictions for tonight?
The Fiend, Oscar.
The Fiend's gonna beat Randy Orton. You want Oscar to beat fucking Rhea Ripley. I want Rhea Ripley to beat Oscar.
There's Matt.
Oh, what's up, Matt? How you been, man?
what's going on?
I'm hanging in there. RJ's phone died, so I let him use mine for the time being because I got to go and do something. I got to meet somebody real quick.
Yeah, but definitely like so what are your guys' predictions?
I want the Fiend to beat Randy Orton. I want Rhea Ripley to win. There's a tag team match, so I forget who that is.
There's
Jackson
women's
Baszler versus Natalia and Tamina.
I want the women to lose the belts. I want new champs to come out. And who else? Let me see.
Edge and Orton.
Edge is going to beat Daniel Bryan for the belt so Roman Reigns can go keep his momentum going still. I feel like that's going to be the biggest thing of why Daniel Bryan got added onto the card tonight.
Oh yeah, I mean, DB being added is a bonus for us.
Truly. It's going to be a
But
great match.
Nobody wanted to see Roman versus Edge. Nobody.
Definitely not me.
No.
No. So what about what was it? Riddle versus Sheamus.
Oh, that's going to be a good one. I want Riddle to win.
Oh my God.
God,
Sean, you're
Jesus.
the only one who doesn't like Riddle.
I can't stand Riddle. Oh my.
I mean, I like Riddle, but he's not gonna win. I want Sheamus to win.
We'll have to see.
I'm gonna take y'all back a while. Do y'all remember the Honky Tonk Man, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember how everybody hated the Honky Tonk Man and just wanted him to lose, but he would take a whipping and he would still go out with the title?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's how I feel about Riddle, except for I don't think Riddle is going to hold on to the title as long as Honky
Are
Tonk
you
Man.
happy Bianca Belair won the belt?
What?
Are you happy Bianca Belair won the belt?
Oh, I was so excited.
Yes.
When that happened,
I was just happy that was the end match.
Yeah.
What
It was
a
the
match.
perfect ending. Perfect ending to WrestleMania Night 1. Then we have
I
KO
was
versus
mad
Sammy.
Lashley won.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
Lashley
gonna ask
won.
you. How many people do you think thought that McIntyre was going to break out the Hurt Lock?
Me.
The
I
first
did.
time when he first put it on him, but then when he put on it, he locked it really in. I was like, nope, he's done.
We talked about last night.
I was just hoping that they didn't do the whole he's got him in, and here comes McIntyre like he's Hulk Hogan or something like that.
Are you happy Omos and Styles won the belts?
Oh no, I'm not.
I don't
I'm
know.
not
Oh.
almost. I feel like he's kind of stiff, real stiff.
He's stiff. He's stiff.
He's gonna hurt for
I
me.
think he's going to run into the same problem that Big Show did at one point. Like, who's going to want to work with him? Because, like,
He was rough.
let's say you get hit with one of them hands, and like what? His hands is like the size of two of mine,
Yeah,
right? Who wants to get hit with that?
it's like a
Am I
frying
getting a
pan coming
bonus?
down.
Am I getting a bonus with that red handprint on my chest? I get an extra $1,000 for every red print that's on my chest.
I mean, Kofi's chest is already sunken in enough. I don't think they need to sink it in anymore.
I heard that Fiend and Orton is starting off WrestleMania.
I like that if it is.
I like that.
If
I like
that's
that if
true,
they do.
That's good. That's good for business.
Yeah, that'll be
But
good.
if it does, then it
That'll
throws my
be good.
prediction in the water.
Fiend and Orton.
What you say, Sean?
I said if they do start it off, it's going to throw my prediction in the water because they're not going to have enough time to go ahead and get that mat fixed for the next match.
Unless they just drag him like under the ring type of thing. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll have to see. We
Yeah.
have to see still.
So, do we think there's going to be I guess a surprise superstar sighting tonight?
I believe
Yes.
that. I believe that Becky Lynch will make her presence known in WrestleMania Night 2.
Well,
My boy.
Rhea
My boy.
versus Asuka. She might because isn't that's for Raw, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
She gave up Raw though. She didn't give up SmackDown. The one that she lost Raw.
See, is she gonna want Raw back again?
My
Yes.
question is to you all, since we're on here, how do you feel about what they're doing with Bayley right now?
Stupid.
I know she had her personal reasons outside the ring, so that's maybe why they gave her time off. But I think she's about to get lost in the shuffle now.
Yeah.
Bayley's talented. Bayley, multiple time champion. Like she should be in the hunt. She like this whole ding dong gimmick needs to go.
This
She
is
needs
why
to go
there
back
needs to be
to
a big
the-
card title for women.
But really, is she a mid-carder though?
Oh,
It's
Ben
still a
Carter.
title.
I think Sasha Banks is more mid card than Bailey is.
Yeah. I'm putting it up
It's
there.
more.
That's hard to
it's more
say.
of a, like, it's just like the titles in the males. Like, you see how they work with them, and if they work good, move them on up. If they don't,
If you give
bring 'em
Bailey a
back down.
mid-card, if you give Bailey a mid-card title, I think it would be good in a sense that young female superstars coming up from NXT get to work with her. They get to see how well they work together to get to Sasha Banks, to get to Rhea Ripley, Asuka, and stuff like that. So if you're talking Bailey in a mid-card way of helping young superstars get to the next level, then yes, I could see Bailey carrying a mid-card title.
But how
I'm
old is Bailey?
seeing
Because
if
Bailey is young herself, right?
If
Bailey's
Becky
like in her
Lynch
30s.
or Ronda Rousey don't come tonight, I think they will come tomorrow night.
No, I feel Mr. RJ on that. If nobody shows up tonight, there's gonna be some people to show up Monday and Friday.
Monday night, yes, absolutely.
Definitely. Either
Well, Monday night, there's always
or
a
return.
Please God, we do not see Ronda Rousey return. Please.
Hey, they
No.
said
I
she
heard-
was she's been in the
I
gym
heard
with
she's coming
James
back.
Storm,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But her contract expired last night. So
Who?
Ronda
Rousey?
Rousey.
signed something
Oh,
new.
thank God.
Ronda's.
I mean, look, it expired last night. That don't mean that she ain't re-up and we don't know about it yet. I'd be shaking my head on
what
that
do
one.
you think? What are Yin's predictions?
What?
What's your predictions for tonight?
For which match, sir?
Which match, buddy?
Everyone. Everything.
I'm taking Riddle, Fiend. It's tied between DB and Edge, Rhea, Apollo, KO, and I'm going with Jackson Baszler still.
Really?
Yeah. I do not want Natalia and Tamina to have the titles. They're nah. Not to
Really?
Not
I think they're more of a tag team than Nia Jackson Baszler, man.
Yeah,
I want to see Baszler.
Riot Squad. That's why they should have won. They're the
I
only.
want to see Baszler be the Baszler NXT. Like,
I
yes.
agree with that.
this is come on. They're wasting her so bad.
They had her win. They had her win the chamber match by eliminating every single
And then cracked on her.
and then they had Becky Lynch just beat her after getting her ass whipped, like Becky getting her ass whipped. So
They cracked on Baszler so bad.
yeah.
I think they put Baszler with Nia to help Nia.
Well, I
She
mean,
was hurting everybody.
if helping Nia means getting her track record from hurting people down to like instead of one a month to one every 2 or 3 months, then yeah.
I mean, now Shayna's hurting people.
But Shayna's been hurting people. Shayna's been hurting people since NXT.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she kicked her tooth out.
That's incidental.
Still. But it is actually over the time, and there is the actual pre-show on.
Hey, one question real quick for you two though. What you think about the change of Xia Li? I think she's making it to a top female competitor now from NXT.
Yeah, 100% agree.
I agree. I can't wait though. I can't wait to see.
Xia Li, I think she's come up a lot since debuting. So
Sean doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't
Xia
watch
Li.
NXT. So
I watch NXT. Since she started, yeah, she's a lot more talented.
That transformation is what she needed, because I swear, boy, that kick that she finishes people. To me, it's like Randy Orton hitting the RKO.
When do you guys think people challenge Raquel Gonzalez next for the belt?
Ooh.
I think your girl's gonna be next, Mr. Evans. I think your girl's gonna be next.
Io.
But I think she will debut tomorrow night on
Not
Raw.
that one, man. I'm talking about Shotzi Blackheart, man. I think she's gonna be the next champ.
Shotzi.
I think Shotzi's gonna be the next champ.
Yeah, 100%.
Wait a minute. They just won the. Didn't they just win the tag titles though?
Yeah.
Look, nowadays it don't matter. Everybody's a double champ now.
Yeah, everybody's a double champ.
That is
That's
true.
true. That is true.
All right, but guys, I hate to do this, but I gotta cut it because Mania is going to be starting soon. It's the pre-show, and I think
The
we all want to
pre-show
go
is
watch
on
that
right
pre-show. Yep. So let's all go up, watch the pre-show. But before we go, as always, bombshellbowling.com/loudmouth sports talk for all your loudmouth gear. And until next time, we're out. Peace.
Bye.